Hi, I'm at the Quanser booth with Peter Martin, Director of R&D, and we're going to show you guys all the products that we're showcasing at this conference, iROS 2023. Pete, thanks for joining me.
No problem. Nice to be here.
Yes, so let's just start with Cube Servo, our servo motor. Peter, what are we showing here?
Yes, I mean the cube servo is really a fundamental building block of a lot of what you would do with robotics, mechatronics, even intelligent systems and things like that. Obviously, our foundation for the cube servo is always in control systems. So here we're just showing a very simple control systems example, one that we're twinning with the hardware and the virtual systems. So you can see how both can be used together and how we approximate the dynamics or really make really high fidelity models of our systems to be able to have students work at home or on campus. But it's also just a fundamental building block of a lot of the other systems you'll see today is that idea of a servo motor that's instrumented, you can do a lot of work with.
Awesome, that's great, Pete. Speaking of virtual environment and digital twin, the environment that we're showing on this TV has created a lot of buzz, a lot of interest. People have been asking questions. Pete, can you tell us what's happening on that environment in conjunction with the self-driving car?
Yeah, absolutely. So that's sort of a similar idea is to go from one end of the spectrum to the other. So here we have a very sort of like simple replica of our physical system that's just sitting on a desk. Whereas here you can see it's a whole dynamic environment where there's time of day, there's weather conditions, pedestrians, traffic lights. This physical car is now a representation of a virtual car driving through a really high fidelity, exciting environment to really be able to showcase the challenges of self-driving. But it's still part of the loop. So if I stop the wheels here, you'll see the car stops, and then if I spin it up
Very
again, the
cool.
car continues moving. So it's really showing physical meets virtual in a hybrid way, and also how you can take algorithms you develop on a physical system in a lab and take them to a real self-driving scenario.
Yeah, that's actually a great point. So for our audience, just so you know, this self-driving car comes with a turnkey solution in the studio, which includes traffic light, traffic signs, and a big city map that you can use this in a physical environment as well, independent from virtual environment or with the virtual environment as a digital twin. Pete, let us talk about the Qbot, Quanser's latest autonomous ground robot that is doing a very cool demo with our robotic arm.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is again something that you might see students develop themselves. They were
Yeah.
really studying something that's a collaboration between manipulator systems and mobile systems. So you can see here an example where we have a Q arm that's taking an object and putting it at different locations on the Q bot. They're collaborating, so the Q bot tells the Q arm when it's close to being in the right position to be able to have that object picked up and manipulated. The Q bot is doing a bunch of different sensor systems to follow a line, to stop when it sees someone like me standing in front of it, then to continue on and tell the Q arm, I'm here, I'm ready, come and take the object, put it somewhere else. So this extends to a lot of different opportunities for students. It could be learning about different types of robotics. It could be developing capstone
Yeah.
projects around smart manufacturing or automation systems or things like that. There's, with the Qbot platform especially, but also with the QR, there's a lot of potential to do just tons of different applications for all sorts of different things in robotics, mechatronics, control systems, automation systems, intelligence systems, everything.
Awesome. This is our latest product. I don't think it's even available on our website, so this is sneak peek. You guys are seeing it for the very first time, but we're very excited to launch this very soon, and you will hear more about it. Pete, we are showing our famous sponsored drone, but the latest version and the newer version.
Absolutely. So this is, yeah, the Q Drone 2. We built this around a really powerful Xavier NX embedded processor that has a full-blown GPU, and we really surrounded it with all the sensors you'd need to do really high-level intelligent systems research and automation systems research. There's 360 cameras, downward-facing cameras, all sorts of different instrumentation systems that you can use to build models to do machine learning, flight dynamics applications, all sorts of stuff. It's all very open architecture. It's robust, reliable. It's
There you
not going to
go.
break.
My
You
favorite
can see all
demo.
the camera feeds working here. So everything is set up to run the way that you'd want it to run in a research lab setting, but also you could extend it into all sorts of different applications. And we're also coupling it to our Aero platform here, so you can see a link between the two, just to show off how, again, you can link virtual to physical. You can link high-level application systems to low-level systems that are more sort of geared towards what students might use in a learning experience. So you can really scaffold these exciting opportunities for students from basic fundamentals with something like an Aero platform through to really advanced applications and see these algorithms come to life and how they would use them in future teaching and research or future opportunities in the real world.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Pete.
My
So
pleasure.
just to summarize this, here you're seeing three popular labs offered by Quanser. A Controls and Dynamics lab, which includes Cube Servo and the stationary helicopter, a Quanser Aero, plus with our Robotics and Mechatronics lab that you saw with our Qbot and QR, and the Autonomy and AI Lab, which includes the Quanser drone and self-driving car. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more information and videos on iROS 2023. Thank you. Thanks, Pete.
My pleasure.